Well, Chief, welcome to the center back in. You're an old and great friend of ours.
Thank you.
Any words of wisdom as we gather here during the pandemic on what your expectations are for today, or what you'd like to see?
I've already seen it. That my expectations are what we've done as religious leaders, the police department, the council members, all that. What we do every single day, which is we get together, we talk, and we figure things out. So this has been a grand experiment in that, so to speak, because of the pandemic. We have figured out things that we never even dreamed we would have to figure out. And I think working together, we've proven over and over again that we can do this. We all have our little expertise in what we do. So we take all of that and we put it together, and with our religious leaders, with our township, with our police department, we all come together and we make it work for all the residents. And what I've learned from all this too is we have amazing people here. And I can't find a single person to disagree with me, because during this pandemic, I have never felt more supported, more loved, and more cared for as a police department and as a community and as a whole. Even to the fact of somebody's doing my job for me and using my badge when we're doing it, as we're interviewing. So, I really think the community has spent a great deal of time coming together, and I've just been amazed, and I continue to be amazed, and I'm going to do everything I can for everyone I can, and continue to work with our groups and work with our elected officials and our religious leaders to make this happen. We do meet monthly as interfaith group,
right,
and I meet as part of that, which is unusual. Usually you don't have law enforcement meeting with religious groups, but it's such a great cohesion that we come together with ideas and how to do things, and it keeps the community informed, because then they bring it back to all their communities.
Right.
So that's my short answer.
That's
Sorry.
Fantastic. I wish we could code that. That's fantastic. Thank you for the big award.
Thank you.
Linda, over to you.
Look, I'm very honored to be here today. This event has a tradition over the years. I started coming here years ago when the mosque was built.
Right.
I've lived in West Windsor for 26 years, and I came with Mayor Shea and other council members, and now with Mayor Maratti. And I think what is so nice about this is that people from all over the area come together.
Right.
It's like family. What do you do to keep the family together?
That's right.
You celebrate at the holidays.
That's right.
Especially.
Yeah.
Birthdays, or next holidays, Thanksgiving, or national holiday, we give thanks. And so this is a very a nice time of year to do that. And everyone comes together, we meet new people. And I think we have a meal together, like a family. And we talk to one another, we meet new people. And that's what makes, our community so wonderful, is that we're together.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful what you said. Very, very well said. And also, one thing I'm always curious, and I ask people this, including a lot of my family and friends, what's one thing you learned coming out of the pandemic as something that we can take forward? Is there anything that kind of you thought, that time, the chief mentioned it was about bringing people together and thinking about how we missed that kind of interaction?
There is a lot, but you realize how important each day is.
Yeah.
Because, it's hard. It's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But get through it.
Yeah. Well, what you said it hits me deeply. I lost my mother-in-law last year in COVID, and we didn't get to do a proper even funeral for her because of COVID. And so many people we've lost, loved ones, so people are struggling. So it's really well said what you said, like being grateful for every day. And I used to take a lot of this stuff for granted myself, and I'm a little bit more living in the moment. And,
you appreciate everything and every day that you have, because you don't know what the next day is going to bring.
Yeah.
And it was very hard for many families, for different reasons, and people who lost families.
That's right.
My mother is in assisted living, and there was a lot of separation, and eventually she passed and all. But you live and you learn, and you appreciate one another even more, I think.
Thanks, Linda. That's very, very, very. We're just honored to have you here.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
next time I will recognize you because I'm still new to the community. But thank you so much for everything.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
And we just wanted to get your words of wisdom. Any words of wisdom for today's event? We're really honored to have you here, and thank you so much for making your presence here at the mosque.
Okay, well, words of wisdom. This is always a wonderful event open to the community, and it really is intended, obviously, to focus and underscore the fact that we all live together, we work together, we pray together, and it's important that we come together, we have understanding of one another, we work toward common goals, and we have good peace in our communities and get good things done for our families, our children, our seniors. And so this is really just demonstrative of that spirit and a way that our community works. So it's a great opportunity. Happy to be here, and thank you all for hosting.
We're so appreciative you taking time out of your Sunday to be here. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you for your leadership. What experience you've had coming to the mosque today, and what your expectations are for today's event.
Well, I think the idea of having us all come from different backgrounds together is what the world needs right now. Because we have to get out of our bubble in order to know people as people, rather than just know them by a brand name or whatever. Because if we deal with people as people, which is what God, I believe, intended us all to do, regardless of which way we went, the world would be a better place, and we need that right now. Oh, I'm happy to be here. My wife is a member of Women's Space, which is a group that helps women in abuse. She's been a board member for 20-some-odd years.
That's fantastic.
And one of the other board members invited her to come here.
That's great.
And I'm her husband, so here I am.
Great. Fred, that what you said is so beautiful, powerful, and that's actually the theme for today. Post COVID, as we get to know each other, that's at the heart of understanding, developing respect, sincerity, being allies with each other. So Thank you so much for coming. We're honored to have you here, your wife here, the entire community here, and I hope you have a great event.
You're doing a mitzvah. You're doing a good thing for everybody.
I hope so. Thanks, Fred.
I've been the chair of the zoning board when your application came before the township, and I'm very happy that this mosque was approved and built, and I think it's a great addition to West Windsor, and I think the center here has done a wonderful job with outreach to the rest of West Windsor Township and the neighboring communities to bring us all together here every year, especially.
Great. Thank you, John. And John, one thing we have to give a big thanks to you and the zoning board and the work you did is that, the zoning laws say that, each piece of land that's designated, you have to look for the best possible use. And we really appreciate the board because, of course, when I know when the application came up, there was a lot of questions and people naturally, maybe even some people were not, thrilled, but, a lot of the interfaith community, a lot of the rabbis and pastors, The rabbi, when he said those words.
That was the
those
whole
legendary
thing.
words.
As we were scheduling an additional meeting for testimony, and Rabbi Wismia came up, he said, Mr. Chairman, I can't be here for this. Could I speak now? And I let him speak now. And that made all the difference.
Yeah, bless his heart. It was an incredible statement at that time, and again, it shows the value of building these relationships in this community. So, thank you so much for your service and your work. We're really honored, and it's a fruits of all of our work together. And hopefully, this place will be for years to come will be a place to gather.
Yes, it
and
is.
to build relationships.
Yes, it is. Every time I drive by here, it gives me a little warm feeling.
Oh, John, that's so fantastic. That's brilliant.
Because I've moved. I live at Village Grand now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do get by here more often than when I did in Penn's Neck.
Great. John, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my
I really
pleasure.
appreciate it. It's really an honor for us to have you.
Thank you for having all this come
Absolutely.
together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, John. Thank you.